What's going on, everybody? I know this is something someone's been asking for a very long time. And it's just, I've been so busy reviewing stuff that it's hard to fit in the extra time to do this. But without further ado, I finally have my IEM tier list. It took a lot of work. But in doing so, I'm also launching my new website, and that will allow for me to do a lot more news related stuff and just fun stuff like pictures from can jams and things like that, new products, things like that. So it is Enigma Photos Review and .com, and that I launched it a couple days ago. So you'll find a link at the bottom of this video to my website to see this list in itself. Again, we all have different ears. We have all different structures to our ears. We have different tips. We have different wires. We have different, amp stacks, things like that. So we can all hear things differently. This isn't a definitive. This isn't not me sitting there going, oh, these are the best and you have to like them. No, because everybody is able to choose what they like and what they love. So that's what's most important about this. So it's just what I found from $20 to $19,000 or $18,000, depending on tariffs. IEMs in all price ranges that I found to be awesome. So without further ado, I'm just going to give a brief description on each one on the list. Hopefully I can do that because it's a lot of them. But let's jump to the list. All right, the first tier list is going to be called Desert Island Quit the Hobby. Essentially what that means is this is one that you can buy, enjoy, and ride off into the sunset. Like, you don't really need to buy anything else, or if you're just looking for one, it's one of those ones that just sounds awesome. So this is, and my list is not in any particular order. I just did it actually sort of by the chronological order of my YouTube videos because it made it easier for me. And it would be just kind of ridiculous if I actually went 1 through 140. I think we're at 140, something like that. So no chronological order, but this is my top tier. This is the ones that I truly, truly adore. So Aroma Audio Fei Wan. If I could design the sound signature for an IEM, it would be Fei Wan, like in my head. Like it gels with me. It sounds wonderful. I love the analog sound, the warm sound, but it also has all the text and the resolution that you'd ever want. And it's just my favorite IEM. Alpha Omega Fulgrim. Bass head, to me, the top tier bass head. I love the way the bass hits, but I also like the texture to the bass. It's got such textured bass. Things like Chihiro sound wonderful on it. And then everything else on it sounds great too. So I love that one. Subtonic Storm, the reference, the just, if I can't go to the concert and want to bring the concert home, boom, Storm. Everything sounds so real. It's awesome. Voc Audio Etoile. If I want a microscope and hear all the things in the music, but it still sounds musical and fun, it'd be Etoile. Empire's Raven. My first multi-kilobuck IEM, the bass on it, but everything else, I really, really, truly enjoyed it. Love that IEM. Unique Melody, Les Jardins. Les Jardins, to me, for all the Masons, we've got the Salil Tamba, the new Asahi is the most neutral of all of them, and it still gives me that awesome, unique melody, layering, and depth, so like it a lot. Aureolus Traley, aka The Bird, vocals. Still sublime vocals on it, and then everything else is really, really good. Bryce Audio Fugaku. The best I've ever heard piano on an IEM. Just the note weight of this system is just awesome. Let's see. Unique Melody Amber Pearl. An amazing Mason line that just thumpy bass, warmness, but still clarity, good treble, awesome IEM. ISN H60. Call that the baby Fei Wan because there's this warmth to it, but it's got such a great stage for the price. It's kind of ridiculous for what it is. Cool Acoustic Satin. Man, those mids. Sting's new 3.0 live album. Just awesome. Dominic Miller, things like that. It's just some awesome mids to it. Kiwi Ears HBB Punch. The very good bass head IEM. Call it kind of like a baby satin because what I like about it is it's got awesome, punchy, low bass. It's got great treble and it's got great mids. Really good one. Limeere's Incognita. Man. I love the way that it just lays out music in front of you. You've got this naturalness to it. It's just an awesome listen. Moondrop Chew 2. $20 IEM. Sounds great. V-shaped, but just very nice sound to it. CCA Trio. Man, the best $50 you can spend. That thing has 3 DDs in it, and it's just a fun, great sounding IEM. Truthier Hexa. I think that was the first IEM that I bought, and I just love, it's kind of an L-shaped IEM where you got good sub bass, but and it's very linear across, but I just love how it just sounds. It's just a great sound to it, and a great price too. Tang Zero One Air. Warm. I think they're $20 to $30. Another great set. It's got a warm sound to it, and I really enjoyed it. Let's see. Aroma Audio Core. A little bit more towards Jewel than it is Fei Wan, but it's got that awesome aroma sound. I love how things are set back, but it's just expansive and it sounds really great. ZMF Caldera Close. Now, I do headphones, and this headphone kind of reminded me of a unique melody, spacing, staging, sound inside of a closed back headphone. All right, I put Chronicle and Chronos together because they're very close. That airy, I'm treble sensitive, so I get like really great airy sound with it, and it sounds really nice. Let's see, what's next? Empire Ears Odin, Odin 2. Put those together too. Odin, older Odin and newer Odin, very different to me in the way they sound, but they both have these huge stages. They both sound very natural, great timbre, instruments sound great on them, so I really dig them. 752B from Campor, the new one on the block. It's probably technically and just brilliantly the closest thing that someone has made to Storm. It's just awesome. It does everything that you would want it to do at a really good price. And you don't need Munster cables or a Munster amp to drive it. You can drive it with pretty much anything. All right, so Unique Melody X Music Tech Pantera. A very cool IEM tuned by my boy Leo with great mids, good punchy bass. You've got tuning on it so you can make it more neutral or you can make it a warmer IEM. So pretty cool. I like having those kind of tunings. Mr. Craft Acoustic Hex, the new big dog from Lee. It is a mid-bassy, warm IEM that has all the resolution that you would think that a warm IEM wouldn't have. It also has extraordinary treble that you wouldn't think a warm IEM would have. And it's just a different tuning. There's nothing tuned like it out there, and it's pretty special. Fat Freak Grand Maestro. If I wasn't in love with the Fulgrim, Grand Maestro is what I would pick as my favorite bass-leaning IEM. It's very good. Great staging, great treble. Love the treble on it. Elysian Acoustics Labs Dio. Only 25 were made, which is a shame because I think it's one of Lee's best tuned IEMs. Great sub bass on that thing. Mids sound awesome. It's also one of those ones that makes you feel like you're in a live performance, so it's pretty special. KZ AM16 bass. It's a little banger. If you're a bass head, and I think it's around $100, it's a great example of balanced armature sounding really good for bass. Campfire Audio Clara, one of those 2K ones. It sounds so good playing everything on it. It's got this nice punchy bass to it. Really good IEM. Melodic Artification Alter Ego, another one with a tuning switch where you can make it warmer or more neutral, but the way it stages, because it's kind of an open back IEM, is freaking awesome. Let's see, Zen's Megra Top Pro. That's another good one, around $500. The tuning on it I really like, and it's kind of like a Baby Monarch MK4. They graph very similarly. You've got some nice good bass to it, great mids, voices sound good, instruments sound good, and some nice treble that's not too harsh. Let's see. QTC X Music Tech King, another one tuned by Leo. It's a warmer one, bassier one, but has great vocals. I love the vocals on it. And the treble's safe, but it's good. You're not lacking anything, so another good one from Leo. All right, Soundpeats Air 5 Pros. So if your budget doesn't say AirPod Pro, then these are a great secondary for like $200 less. Great sound, great for phone calls. Didn't have any issues with them, but they're just a good budget buy. SoundRhyme DTE 264. This is one of those ones where I wish people could had easier access to IEMs because it gives Monarch MK4 a run for money and a lot of things around there, around that price range. What's in the one? Awful Don X. It has more treble, more prominent treble, but it's also bassier, more V-shaped, but it's got great mids to it. They're not recessed. It's a fun IEM. All right, the Flip Ears Aurora. A bass here IEM that has great mids, and it's just a fun, good sounding IEM, and competes with ones that are a little bit higher in price because it's just good. The Unique Melody Maven 2, another 2K IEM that does everything right, great treble, good mids, it's got some good bass to it, and plays everything pretty much really well. Let's see, the Forte Ears Macbeth, designed for classical and opera, and it nails it. If you're a lover of those two types of music, it's great. But I also found it very good with acoustic and some pop music and everything else. So depending on what you listen to, it could actually be an all-arounder for you. Flip Ears Aegis. Man, single DD with some bone conducting in it, and it's a great sounding IEM. Bassier, it's on the bassier side, but nice mids to it and good treble to it. Very good sounding IEM. Dunu X Audio Da Vinci, one of my favorite IEMs around $300. It's a warmer tonality. Sometimes the bass kind of bleeds into the mids. It's fun though, it's not like annoying, but it does have those issues, but it's just a fun, greatly tuned IEM. I do like the voices on it too. Fat Freak X HBB Deuce. Fun, fun, fun. Bass head level IEM. Great bass to it, great mid and sub bass to it. And it's just one of those cool ones you can put an impedance adapter on it and it just sounds phenomenal, but really good. Treble, I like the treble on it as well. Mids are nice too. So just a fun IEM and not a killer price. Hercules Audio Moses. Moses is just a bassy fun IEM that actually has really good mids and some nice treble to it. Music Box Luxury Steranko 40. For the price, it shoots higher than it does. It's got some nice bass to it. The mids are to die for, and a good treble extension on it. Jomo Audio Nautilus. Remember when Wayne and I first heard this one at Can Jam SoCal last year? Bassy IEM, but great stage, great mids, good treble to it. Shot way higher than its price. Vision Ears Aura. Vision Ears Aura was a collaboration. Should be Vigilant Ears X Estelle and Kern Aura. Collaboration between the two. Some of the best mids you'll ever hear. Meze Empyrean 2, another headphone. Really cool because you get two types of ear dampeners. One's suede and one's leather. And the leather ones will give you more analytical and the suede one will give you a warmer headphone. So it's cool to have two different sound signatures in one headphone. AME Raven. The Ravens were actually very close to being dropped at the same time. And you could actually own both Ravens and be happy. This one is more neutral sounding, but it has some of the most expansive, beautiful mids that you'll ever hear. It's really, really good. Let's Shore Cadenza 12, another good one where you have really, really nice mids, good bass to it, good texture, everything like that. Really good sounding IEM. Unique Melody Stardust, their cheapest one. Really, really good bass to it. It's a bassier IEM, warmer sound, but sounds really, really good. Flip Ears Legion, the surprise from Can Jam New York this year. A lot of people felt that it was priced twice as much. It's just a very good IEM that has good bass. It's a good reference sounding IEM where you can hear all your stuff and it sounds really, really good. Man, that's a lot of IEMs. Awful Don X, the recent new I am between the $1,000 to $2,000 range that does extremely well. This is Awful's most expensive IEM. It's their flagship. And it just really doesn't do anything wrong. It's a great sounding IEM. Elysian Acoustic Labs Apostle. My favorite at 2K, even though I don't know, I'm reviewing Spectrometer right now and it's pretty good too. I just like the Apostle's bass punch to it. I like the mids, I like the separation, the sound stage, and it's got good treble to it too. Unique Melody, Multiverse Mentor. Another one tuned by Leo. This is a darker IEM, but it just does it so well. There's great separation. It's got that unique melody just mix in when it comes to soundstage and layering. And it's a really fun and cool sounding IEM. The PMG APX SE. Man, that's, if it didn't just hit my treble sensitivity, excuse me, that might be my one and done IEM. For real. I really like the tuning on it. What makes it extraordinary is the texture in the bass because there's a planar there. And it's a great sounding IEM. The Fur Radon 6, another good one. Too bad it was limited. It was to be the more neutral from the XE6, which is very, very warm IEM, and they knocked it out of the park. You get different tuning, little nodules, so you can make it bassier or less bass. But it's a great sounding IEM. The Elysian Acoustic Annihilator 23. Oh, what a great IEM. Takes a little bit of power to run it, but once you run it, there's this magical treble that Lee's put in there that many people have talked about that's really, really good. It's got good mids, and the bass can punch. It just needs a little bit of extra power, but a really, really good one. Alpha Omega Omega. This is cool. So the baby Fulgrim, in a sense. It's got the Fulgrim bass, extraordinary bass. You've got toggle switch so you can mess with the lows, mids, and highs. And it's just a fun, great sounding IEM. Very good voices on it too. Nightjar Acoustics Duality. Another great bass headset. This one allows you like multiple levels of bass, and it does them all very, very well. And it's just a fun IEM. Pin-on Fan 3. Man, one of the best stagings and soundstage layering of an IEM, especially at that price. It's very good. Empire's Triton. Just a fun bass head level IEM. Beautiful shell design. It's a good one. Let's see. Sennheiser Momentum 4. I didn't put it's the buds. And I use those a lot of times. Those are my mains that I use for just listening to podcasts or listening to music. Great Sennheiser sound. It's a really good one. The Audio Hype 4. At the time when it was launched, it was the Monarch MK3. And to me, it's just like if you like the MK3, it's a baby Monarch MK3. Really, really great tune. Odyssey LCDX with EQ. I really liked them without EQ, but once I found out about EQ and put EQ on them, it's just a great IEM. Great bass, great mids, just super fast, and I like the treble on them. Focal Batiste. I think the best right now when it comes to over-the-ear, wireless, Bluetooth, noise canceling headphones. Just a great sound, great bass, great treble, nice mids, just a really fun wireless headphone. Hi-Fi Man and Nanda Nanos. Really love them. I think when you can get them on sale, I think they're like $300. Probably just one of the best buys in over-the-ear headphones. Super fast with the planar magnetics. Love listening to classical on them. I love listening. They've got some bass to them, great mids, just the speed and the clarity and the resolution for that price are just excellent on those. Meze 109 Pro. Single DD, beautiful wooden body, great warm sound, a great over-the-ear headphone. Let's see, Focal Clear MG. It's a good one. I like that one. It's a beautiful headphone, over-the-ear headphone, and it's got good punchy bass. I was listening to Maxwell, whenever. I can't remember the name of the song, but anyway, such a great R&B hit, and it just sounded phenomenal on those. Really like those. Hi-Fi Man Sundara. Another great Hi-Fi Man. Killer price for an over-the-ear headphone. When they're on sale, I think you can get them for like 200, maybe 150. And it's a great starter headphone, or it's just a great headphone to listen to everything. It does things pretty well, especially at that price range. And then Sennheiser HD600. It's a GOAT. It's been around for what, 20 years now, and those mids on that headphone still trounce a lot of mids on headphones that cost a lot more than that. So those are the Desert Island quit list, and we'll get to the next list, So Close, here in a minute. All right, so this is a So Close section, and So Close is probably one of those ones. So Close means they're not bad IEMs. They just more so than likely don't fit the sound that I'm looking for, but for someone who they do, they would be on their Desert Island. So this isn't a knock at all. This is just kind of like, oh, it's really good, but it doesn't fit my sound signature. So the first one is the Canera Thor King. Thor King's a great IEM. It's got nice treble, it's got nice mids, but I would just want a little bit more bass to it. It's neutral bass and just pumped up a little bit. The Moritz Enzo, another good one. We're in that price range of $1,300, $1,400, $1,500. And there are just a couple other ones that I would pick more, like the Prestige LTD, than this one in that price range. But it doesn't make it a bad idea. Mason Asahi. Mason Asahi is awesome. Don't get me wrong. But it's a very warm, tilted IEM. And much kind of like the Xenon XE6, it's just a little bit too warm for me. The Awful Cantor, So Close. But again, the treble was a little bit wonky for me, but everything else about the IEM was really good. 14 Ears Mephisto. Macbeth to me is such a great IEM, and it just fits more into my music playlist, where Mephisto is more mid-bass forward, and it just didn't hold that magic for me, but it's a good IEM. Aroma Audio Jewel, same thing. I'm a Fei Wan fan. It's from Aroma, and I like Core now too. Jewel's very good. It's a very natural sounding IEM. It just doesn't click with me. The ISN Audio ECB80, another really good one. In fact, I should probably switch it to Desert Island. But the only reason why I didn't, because, there's other competition at that price range that I liked a little bit more. Punch Audio Mortillo. This one just comes down to driver type. I would pick the Punch over the Martillo just because the Punch has ESTs and the treble sounds more natural, where the Martillo has the planars, and there was kind of like that planar sound to it where the treble just didn't sound as good to me. The Aureolus Tralee Titanium. So I love the bird. I think the Titanium, they tried to squeeze a little bit too much resolution out of it and brighten the treble a little bit, and it just threw off the magic of the original Aureolus. Let's Shore Mystic 8. Very good IEM. It's just so flat that it might get boring to me, where nothing sticks out, and it's just, maybe I need a little few things to stick out. I don't know. The Unique Melody Mason FS Salil Tombe. That just goes down to preferences, because when it comes to the Masons, I like the Le Jardin, and because it's more neutral. This one is less neutral, where it has a little bit punchier bass, and it just didn't click with me. The Rapsodio Infinity Ultra has 22, I believe, BAs. It's really well tuned. It was just too much of a thick sound for me. But it's a really well tuned IEM. The Dita Audio Mecca. Mecca's good, but with a lot of single DDs, there's kind of a dryness to the mids with me that I didn't really gel with. The Legion Acoustic Labs Diva. Man, this thing has 4 ways you can tune the bass, and it's a great little bass head IEM. But the mids and the treble kind of didn't gel with me. The Fat Freak Effect Audio Quantum. Great planar. It really, truly is a great planar. My issue with it was a fit issue, where I couldn't keep it in for long because I would get issues in the ear, but it's a great sounding planar. The Dunu DK3001 BD Braindance. That one was a mid bass issue. It lacks it. And with a lot of the stuff that I listen to, especially acoustic, with low guitars and bass and things like that, it left me wanting for more of that sound since it didn't have it. The Xenon 6 from Fur. Great IEM. Great IEM. But it's just too warm for me. Limeere's Terra. I love Incognita. Terra is very close, but for me, oh, I'm sorry. I love Incognita. Terra is the step down from there. And Terra was a little bit too trebly for me. So, and I'm treble sensitive, so that was the issue with that. Plus Sound Volta, same thing. That thing was hot and spicy for my ears. So it burned my ears in like a few minutes of playing, and it was just too much trouble. The Pin on Rival. The Rival should be in my top tier. My issue with it, I think the greatest thing about it is that you can tune it the way you want to. It's just how you tune it, because the bass knob is easy, but you've got to put these like little microscopic tuning things into the nozzle, and they lost me on that one. Moondrop X Critical Dusk, very close. I just think that there are other ones that I enjoyed more in that price range. Let's see. Where are we? Elysian Acoustic Labs Pilgrim. Pilgrim was interesting for me because I heard the prototype at Can Jam New York, not this year, a year ago. And it was so awesome. Like it was the talk of the show. It floored everybody because $300 price, it was supposed to be amazing. The production model's different. And it's still good, but not where I remember it being at that Can Jam. Let's see. Dunu SA6 MK2. Another great one, just a tuning issue for me, a little bit boring. Symphonium Titan, monster bass, great bass. Just the mids and the treble. The treble's a little bit too safe for me. It's supposed to be smooth, and it is smooth. But the mids were kind of smeary for me. They just weren't clear and articulate and everything. But a really good IEM. Moondrop Variations. That was the first $500 IEM I bought. And I love Variations. It's kind of sparkly, but just a little bit, the mids are kind of sus for me. Let's see. Then we've got the Truthier Hala, the 7th Saw Note Critical 02, the 7th Saw Note 0. And it was more of a, all three of those were more of a, my treble sensitivity coming in and biting me in the butt. And then we've got the Bose Quiet Comfort Ultra headphones. I just like the Sennheiser Momentum more because they're more neutral. These are a little bit too bassy, and then even when you messed with the equalization, it just kind of didn't do it for me. So yeah, that is the so close section. All right, so the good but not great section. There was something that just irked me about it, that I wasn't able to listen to it because it was just too much of something. That's it. Now, someone else, like I said in the previous two, could love this IEM, and that's perfectly fine. And it's okay. We love what we love. So, Grand Maestro Anniversary Edition, the GMA. Just the treble. Could barely listen to it because the treble is so turned up that it's unlistenable for me. The Stellan Kern Novus. Just too boomy across like everything that I listen to. If I was listening to classical, all I would hear is the bass and the bass drums and all that kind of stuff, and it was just too much. There was an imbalance there. The sad thing is, though, I love the Novus's mids and the treble. I think they're done superbly well, but it was just the bass that just bothered me. Plus Sound Sonora, it was completely a treble sensitivity thing. The too much. The Amy Musa is a great IEM. It's got so much though bass bleed, and it was funny. One of the guys on our Discord was like, "Well, show me a song where it has this problem," and it was the Michael League, Bill Lawrence album they play together, and he's playing the guitar, Bill Lawrence is playing the piano, and I sent it to him, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, I see what you mean," because it's just too much bleed where it just throws everything off. Like, it should be pretty linear, the sound and the tune, but then the mid bass kicks in, or the the bleed kicks into the mids and the guitar sounds all off and wonky. So again, I like the Musa, but it's just, I think the Musa is a very, for me, a specialist. And I've heard with EDM and stuff like that, it sounds great. And I'm sure it does, but just with what I listen to, no. Beat Solo 3, just too much bass. Just all bass all the time. And then the same thing with the Sony WH-1000 XM5s, wireless headphone. It was just bass, and I tried to EQ it, and it just didn't sound great. The mids sounded really, really muddy, and the treble was a little bit off. So there you have it. That is my total list. Went through a whole bunch of IEMs. I can't believe I was able to remember all that stuff because it was a lot. But again, leave comments down below what you think. If you have any questions or stuff like that, just ask them, and I will see you in the next video.